5. Application review information. U.S. Department of Labor, Employment and Training Administration notice of available funding opportunity announcement for the State Apprenticeship Expansion Formula announced type of the initial funding opportunity number FOA ETA 2403, Kilo Federal Domestic Assistance number 17285. R5. Application review information. A. Criteria. We've instituted the procedure for the assessment of the technical merit application to provide an object for the review of the application for the understanding of the change against with the application will be judged by the evaluation criteria based on the information required for the applicant described in section 4B2. Your project budget and 4B3 project narrative reviewers will be awarded based on the evaluation criteria described below. Section 4B3 for the project narrative, the funding opportunity announcement, several of the section headers of the 4B3A, statements of the need each for the section head of the project narrative may include one of the more criteria. Each criteria includes one or more of the rating factors which provide detailed specification for the content quality of the response for the criteria. Each of the rating factors, specifically point values, are assigned. These point values are the number of points possible the applicant to earn with the rating factors. Statement of need, section 4B3A, with the statement of need, 20 points maximum. Expended outputs and outcomes, section 4B3B, expected outcomes and outputs, 12 points. Project design, section 4B3C, project design, 26 total points. 4. Organizational Administrative Official Capacity, Section 4B3D, Organizational Administrative Official Capacity, 18 total points. 5. Past Performance Programmatic Capability, Section 4B3E, with the Past Performance Programmatic Capability, 12 points total. 6. Budget and budget justification, section 4B3F for the project budget, 12 points with a total of 100 points. Section 4B3 for the project narrative that provide the detailed explanation information application must include the comprehensive work plan with a whole period of the performance feasible realistic dates. Reviewers will rate each of the rating factor based on how full convincingly the applicant responds for each rating factor and with each of the criteria panel to determine whether the applicant thoroughly meets or partially meets or fails to meet with the rating factor unless otherwise noted in section 4B3. Is based on definition below. Standard rating of the thoroughly meets the definition of the application, thoroughly respond with the rating factor. The rating factor that fully convincingly satisfies all stated specification, full points. Standard for partially meet the application responds completely to the rating factor the applicant convincingly satisfies, but not all of the stated specification, half points. Fails to meet the application does not respond with the rating factor. The application does not respond with the rating factor that does not convincingly satisfy any of the stated specifications, 0 points. In order to receive the maximum points for each of the rating factor, applicant must respond with the requirement fully described with the proposed program design, demonstrate the quality of the approach rather than simply restating the commitments for the performed prescribed activities. In other words, the applicant must describe why their proposal of the best strategy and how they will implement it rather than the strategy containing the elements of the form of the requirements of federal funding and opportunity announcement. Be review and special selection process. 1. Merit review and selection process. The technical merit review will carefully evaluate the application against selection criteria to determine the merit application for the criteria based on the policy goals of the priority of the emphasis set forth of the funding opportunity announcement. Up to 100 points may be awarded to the applicant depending on the quality of the response provided with the final scores, but may include the mathematical normalization review panel with the will serve as the primary basis for the selection of the applicants for funding. Panel result of the advisory nature of the not binding over the grant officer. For the grant officer reserve the right to make the selection based solely on the final score of the take into consideration relevant factors when applicable. So those factors may include the geographical distribution fund, the representation state apprenticeship agency for the office of apprenticeship states, and with the representation among the targeted industry for the occupants of the relevant factor for the grant officer may consider any information that comes to their attention. The government may elect for the award of the grant without discussion with the applicant. Should for the grant award without discussion, the award will be based on the applicant's signature of the standard form 424 of the included electronic signature of the e-authentication grants gov, which constitute binding officer by applicant. The merit review and selection process applies only to the applicants for the competitive funding. 2. Risk and review process. The provider making the award of the ETA will review the information available at the various sources, including own records of the OM Office of Management Budget, designated repository, government-wide eligibility qualification, financial integrity information of the federal awardee performance for the integrity information system, or FAPIS. The additional ETA will comply with the requirement of Title 2 CFR Part 180, codified in Title 2 CFR Part 2998. No procurement department suspension risk evaluation may incorporate the result of the evaluation applicant's eligibility application screening with the quality of the applicant may review if the ETA determines the award will be made. Special conditions corresponding with the degree of the risk assessed may be applied with award criteria evaluated include found one, financial stability, quality of the management system, ability to meet the management standards prescribed in the uniform grant guidance. 3, history of the performance application required record of managing awards, competitive agreements, procurement awards, if the prior to recipient of such federal awards, include the timeliness of the compliance to applicable reporting requirements, if the applicable with extent with any of the previous award amounts will be expended prior to the future awards. 4, reporting funds and reporting and findings from auditors performance so part F, the audit requirements of the uniform grant guidance for the reports, findings of the other available audits for the monitoring reports and findings issue with non-compliant with the questions. Cost 5, the applicant's ability to effectively implement statutory, regulatory, other requirements imposed on recipients. No, as part of the ETA risk review process, the grant officer will determine the following: the applicant has any restrictions specified for the ETA grant due to the adverse monitoring findings. If the applicant received the high-risk determination according to the TGEL 2315, Department on severity of the findings, whether the finding is resolved with the grant officer may at the discretion elect not to find with the applicant with the grant award regardless of the applicant's score of the completion. All applicants request to submit the following information for the attachment to their application submission. Suggested template below. ETA assists the applicant with the final system. This information will be taken into account with the components of the ETA risk review process. The applicant may either suggest a template or answer for the question separate attachment. It is unlikely that the organization will be able to manage a federal grant without the following system process in place. Applicants expectedly have these in place before applying for a grant using the FETA, the U.S. Department of Labor, Employment and Training Administration, Funding Opportunity Announcement, Financial Risk Assessment, Section 8, Purpose of Financial Responsibility of the grantors. Grantees must be such for the grantee with the properly discharge of the public trust for the company with the authority to expand with the public fund with the adequate administrative financial system and include with the accounting system should be meet with the following criteria that contain in Title 2. CFR 200, Title 2, CFR 2900, accounting records should be provided information needed to adequately identify the receipt of the funding, each grant award with the expenditure funds for each of the grant. 2, entries of the accounting record should refer to subsidiary records or documentation support of the entry which can be readily located. 3, the account system should provide accurate and current financial reporting information. 4, the accounting system should be integrated with the adequate system with the internal control safeguard with the fund assessed with the cover as is covered check with the accuracy, reliability, accounting data, promote the operational efficiency, encourage adherence of prescribed management policy. Section B, general applicant's legal name as it appeared for the SAM's Gov. When was the organization founded? Incorporated month and date and year. C, B, principal officer names, title, email address, the principal chairman of board of directors, chief executive officer, chief financial officer, accounting budget officer. C, employee identification number. D, the number of employees in full and part-time. If the organizational institution affiliated with any organization, yes or no. If yes, please provide the detail of the nature of the company for profit, non-profit, limited liability company. If provide the services, product of the organization in relation to the grant. Total sale revenue, most recent with accounting period, 12 months. Section C, accounting system note will provide a detailed response for separate page with the organizational letterhead signed by the date with the principal officer for items 2-9 with the section C that no or not sure answer for the providing enough information clearly to reflect the expertise of the organization in those areas with the head of the government agency rendered official written opinion for the concerning with the adequacy of the accounting system collection, identification, and allocation cost under the federal contract with the grants of the yes or no. In A, if yes, provide the name and address for the agency performing a review. B, attach a copy of the latest review, any subsequent corresponding clearance documents, etc. 2, with the following, which of the following best describe the accounting system? State administrative, internal, developed, web base. 3, of the accounting system to identify with the receipt, expenditure of the programs, funds, support with each of the contract grants, yes or no, but not sure. 4, of the accounting system provide a recording expenditure for each of the grant contract component project of the budget costs, the category shown with the approved the budget, yes or no, not sure. 5, the area, the time of the distribution record maintained with the employee when his or her after specifically identified with the particular cost, objectively yes or no, not sure. If 6, if the operation proposed with the overhead rate, does the accounting system provide with the segregation direct or indirect cost? Expenses, yes or no, not sure. 7, does the organization have the appropriate indirect cost rate cost allocation plan? If so, approved with the federal cognate agency or pass through, and it needed with the effective date, yes or no, not sure. 8, does the accounting financial system include with the budgetary controls include incurring obligations excessive with A, the total funds for the grant, B, the total funds available, the budget cost, and personnel, and those are yes or no, not sure. 9. Does the organizational institute with the internal control structure provide with a reasonable assurance of the grant fund for the asset for the system safeguarded? Yes or no? Not sure. Section D. Financial stability. Is there any legal matter or ongoing financial concern that may impact the organization's ability to manage and administrate the grant? Yes or no? If yes, explain below. Section E. The financial statement of the independent certified public accountant or ever examine the financial statement. The 2. With identify the certified public accountant was performed. Please with the copy of the latest report with any of the management letters issued. Enclosed not accessible. 3. If the independent certified public accountant is engaged in performing the review with no report was issued, please provide a detailed explanation below. Or Section F, the payment of management with the management system account with the ETA with the Department of Health and Human Services payment of the management system or PMS for the organization of the Employment Training Administration per payment of management system provided with the payment management system employment identification number and the PMS account, whether the grant funding should be placed and selected for awarded. Section G, additional information. Use the space for the additional information indicate section of the item numbers of the continuation. Section 6, award administration information.